Yes, sometimes you can turn water into wine or you know what, into a diamond, etc. And I've kind of have a good example after I was listening to some sound bites for an online gambling show where they have one of the co-hosts says, at the top of his lungs in a screechy voice, the best teams in baseball will lose 60 games. The worst teams will win 60. Each game is a separate entity. That's what makes betting on baseball great. Huh? I mean, look, it sounds like something that I would have said as like a 10-year-old fan. It doesn't really make any sense. A lot of cliches. What was the thing? A lot of, cliches on the field of ideas searching for a clue. Sorry, I screwed that quote up, but you get the point. Yeah, every single bet in every single sport is a separate entity. But we did turn an embarrassingly ridiculous rubbish into some useful information. A team that's on pace to win 100 games would involve a team with a winning percentage of approximately 630. Well, when you fade teams with a winning percentage of 630 or above, and of course we exclude when both teams have winning percentages of 680 or 630 or above, because otherwise you'd get 1-1, but you'd always be giving back the juice. But such teams, fading such teams with that winning percentage is plus 64.76 units with a decent 1.6 ROI. Not necessarily the greatest system we've ever told you about, but it does, again, prove what I always say. It is good to pick bad. So, yeah, if people just blindly keep betting on the best teams in Major League Baseball, it is not going to work out for you. Now, we also found when this angle favors home underdogs, it's kind of a wash, but that's before the juice. It's not good to bet on or against, so either way you're going to be giving away the juice. So home dogs tell us that the team is not truly likely to come close to winning 100 games. Again, a team that wins 100 games in a year isn't going to be a home dog all that often, so you can see why this would be an outlier. Essentially, we're excluding paper tigers in this system. And when we do that, exclude home dogs, it raises the winning percentage, or raises the units won to 65.1 units, which I said a little bit of a wash, but the return on investment is much better at 2.3. Now, to take it a step further, if we're betting on a team with a winning percentage of less than 600, it's a 2.4 ROI. And this is what we use at offshoreinsiders.com with Joe Duffy's picks. We're only fact-based, perfectly fact-based stuff at offshoreinsiders.com. All right, I guess I didn't set it up technically where we do it bullet point by bullet point, but that's all right. I'm not going to go back and re-record. It's more about the quality of the information rather than the cute little fancy broadcast. Another angle that's not great, but does demonstrate, again, that blindly betting on good teams is really a terrible idea. Now, betting against teams on pace to lose 100 games is basically a winning percentage of 380 or less, would be minus, sit down for this, 458.12 units when betting on a team that is not equally as bad. So again, only one of the teams has a winning percentage of 380 or less. Now with juice, it's not necessarily a profit to bet on, but losses a much more modest 33.22 units. So again, betting on a team that is on pace to lose 100 games would only lose you a modest amount of money very long term, but betting against those teams that are on pace to lose 100 games will lose you a bloody fortune. Big difference between that goofy soundbite cliche that we quoted at the top of this report. Now, the bottom line is there is some accidental truth in that trite soundbite. Simply betting on the best and betting against the worst is a horrific idea from a betting standpoint, but we're demonstrating it very specifically here in Major League Baseball. Those teams pacing for only 60-ish wins offer great value, and fading teams on a pace to win, or fading teams on a pace for only about 60 losses does as well. So again, bet often on bad teams and bet against great teams is a very good strategy. So again, whatever point that soundbite was trying to make, it didn't make any. Like I said, any 10-year-old baseball fan could tell you that a team's going to win 60 games over a 162-game season. Every team's going to lose at least 60 games, but there really is some betting value to learn in that really empty cliche and factoid. All right, please like and give us hearts. I don't even know how the Twitter thing works. It's just live Twitter. I don't know. Do you even give us a heart on there anymore? Anyway, share, comment, embed, retweet. Yeah, if you got your own website, if you got your own blog, please feel free to embed this video, and you can put your own ads around it. You know, we're always looking for a couple extra views here. Remember, the best handicappers and vetted sportsbooks are always going to be at offshoreinsiders.com.